So hello again everyone. What I'm attempting to do now is to give an overview of the police service examination syllabus from the rank of constable to corporal, corporal to sergeant, sergeant to inspector. We are on to the first module, police duties 1 of the syllabus, and we will go through the syllabus document as intended. So a bit about the background started. In accordance with the strategic direction of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, the Commissioner has mandated the Police Service Examination Board to reform the current examination regime, which is in use in the 2nd Division of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. The following was adopted: a revision of the curriculum with the purpose of developing a modern candidate friendship or friendly syllabi. The incorporation of examination components that reflect the demand of the current job description to the ranks of corporals, sergeant and inspector in the 2nd Division, as well as new and pressing demands on the modern police service. The administration of examination in formats allows comprehensive assessment of the required knowledge, skills and abilities to the various ranks. In alignment with the mandate, a revision of the subject area police duties was done to the syllabus. It provides a comprehensively and high quality relevant set of current standards by listing the official sources of the content and summarizing the key points therein. The syllabus is a product of a collaboration between the curriculum developer and an experienced member of the police service. It is designed to promote a more student-centered approach to instructions and to support self-study in preparation for the assessment. Some principles were discussed as it relates to the development and the changes that were brought about into the examination syllabus. Mentioned in the syllabus was the constructivist approach of learning, the essential learning outcomes, and the importance of English language in the learning assessment. I want to concentrate on the latter, or the last of the three mentioned there, the importance of English language and learning and assessment. English language is common to us all. We could speak it, we could understand it, but writing it may and have proven difficult for a lot of us. So I want you all to, as we go through this syllabus, to concentrate or focus on writing so that not only you can understand, but the reader who has to follow what is written by you can understand with clarity. So the assessment criteria, skills and abilities. The criteria mainly is determining whether a candidate has gained the required knowledge, skills and abilities needed at the given level in the policing system. With the purpose of a summative examination, it will be useful if the learner undertakes self-assessment to know how much he has learned along the way. The skills and abilities that the candidate are expected to demonstrate on the completion of the syllabus have been grouped under 3 headings: knowledge and comprehension, application and analysis, and evaluating and problem solving. The scheme of the exam. Corporals, Section 1, and we are still in Police Duties 1. Section 1 comprises 30 multiple choice and or true or false questions. Section 2, 2 case studies, 15 marks each. And Section 3, 1 essay from a choice of 3 topics, 40 marks. And the time allocated, 2.5 hours. For sergeants, 20 multiple choice questions or true or false or short answer questions, 30 marks in total. 2 case studies, 15 marks each, and 2 essays from a choice of 4 topics. Inspector, and I'll just go over it briefly because I'm not concentrating too much on the inspector rank. But there are 10 true or false questions, 1 mark each, 5 short answer questions, that's section 1. Section 2 would entail 3 case studies, 10 marks each, and section 3, 2 essays from a choice of 4 topics. So the sergeant and inspector exams are 3 hours time allocation, whereas the corporal 2.5 hours allocation. The questions in the examinations will test the candidate's knowledge and understanding of 6 major areas. And those are the TTPS, or Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Strategic Plan, the standing orders and departmental orders, general policing duties, traffic and road safety, fires, and community policing. Some of the areas that I would want to highlight early on as it relates to the strategic plan, the Trinidad and Tobago strategic plan, the police service transformation program, the policy of policing for the people. The authority that you want to focus on here is Departmental Order 117 of 2005 and Departmental Order 8 of 2006. These are the tools that we need to equip ourselves with in this subject area. Standing order and departmental orders. Procedural dealing and classification of investigations, statistical recording of crime. So we have SO 28, Departmental Order 207 of 2004 and Departmental Order 254 of 2006. Pocket diary always comes. Station diary, that's SO 16 and 17. Licensed premises, definitely the supervisory rules or supervisory persons need to arm themselves with that information when responding. Care and maintenance of police vehicles, SO 49. Books, registers, publications and records, SO 52. Police actions and protests, SO 54. Current affairs, it's always happening. Fireman ammunition, section 40. Police fireman ammunition, section 41. Missing persons, SO 51. Departmental Order 52 of 2006. Mentally ill persons, Standing Order 33. Custody and care of prisoners, Standing Order number 26. Charge room reception area, SO 38, Departmental Order 179 of 2009. Standing Order 9, sections 1 to 3 and 7 to 9. Appearance and turnout, Departmental Order 134 of 2014. SO 6, section 5, numbers 1 and 2, regulation 143, 1 to 5. Identification parades, SO 29, more applicable to inspectors. Statements, SO 32, everyone should know about those. General policing, care and custody of prisoners. The Summary Courts Act, Chapter 420, Section 109. Police Service Regulations, Section 99 to 138. The Judges' Rules for Children, Rules and Guidelines. Arrest and General Police Duties, Police Service Act number 7 of 2007, section 45 and 46. The Criminal Law Act, chapter 1004, section 3. Those would be the powers of arrest. Summary Courts Act, chapter 420, sections 104 and 127. The Bail Act, chapter 460 as amended, interpreting bail in criminal proceedings, circumstances in which bail may be denied, restrictions and condition of bail, bail with surety, forfeiture of security recognizance, exceptions to persons entitled to bail, and these are under the schedule in the Act. Dangerous Drugs Act, possession of possession and of trafficking in dangerous drugs, the fixed penalty system, offences, the burden of proof and the presumption, public meetings, marches and riot, interpretation, meetings, public march, public peace. So those definitions would be useful in your examination. Holding of public meetings, prohibition of public marches and demonstration at public meetings. Holders of public meetings may be required to call upon meetings to disperse, permit required for public march. Applications for persons marching. Leaders of march may be called upon to call the march to disperse. Offences where a warrant, offences where a person can be arrested without a warrant. Duties of a police officer at a protest. Then we have domestic violence, where cases where police officers can enter premises without a warrant. Moving on to traffic and road safety. Motor Vehicles and Road Traffic Act 4850, powers of arrest always comes. You need to arm yourself with those. Powers and arrest under the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, section 44, SO 44, section 26. Duties of a police officer receiving a report of a RTA investigations. Another area, fires, role and responsibility of the police officer at the scene of a fire. Standing Order 32, sections 2 to 7. Community policing, the new era of policing. Its philosophy, aims and objectives. Community policing at work. Community policing embracing the concept. Departmental Order 211 of 1996 and 145 of 2002. Those are some of the areas highlighted in the syllabus that would be necessary for us to ensure that we understand the application, that we understand what they entail as police officers. Tips on writing the written examination. A general approach. As the examination approaches, it is useful to make adequate preparation by doing the following. Organize your notes and reduce them to key points. So as we have discussed, all the sections, departmental orders, standing orders, the acts, the Police Service Act, the Domestic Violence Act, and all the various others, you would want to ensure that you pull the salient points out and you reduce it into writing for the purpose of studying for your examination. Another tip, make master cards or flashcards or index card for quick revision. So on the go, you would have those cards with you and you're always glancing at them, whether you're at work, whether you're on the go, you just glance at it. So you probably, let's say, your powers of arrest, section 31004, you would want to just have it at your whim, so you could just focus on it. Draw up a table, a timetable to work out how much time you have to revise. Build in potential emergencies. Start your revision early. The written examination. Once you are seated in the examination room, you would have been provided with your examination paper and answer booklet. Settle yourself and follow all the instructions by the invigilator. Read the instructions on the examination paper carefully at least twice. Fill out any personal details as required. For example, the examination candidate number. You don't want to write a very good paper and then you didn't identify yourself by putting in your candidate number. Make a preliminary scan of the whole paper and make sure that all the expected sections are out there and your paper is not faulty. Write out the time that you would start and the time that you would finish each section so you can complete the whole paper. Be sure to leave a few minutes to review your work at the end. Read each section thoroughly at least twice. Compare what seems to be expected in general for each question. Notice how many parts there are to the question. Tick the question you will attempt and the ones you do your best. You can do your best, tick twice. Draft brief notes. Key terms related to the topic and questions that you have selected. You may realize that the question is not what you thought, so you may need to select another. Completing the examination. Towards the end of the examination, use the last minutes to check that you have attempted all compulsory questions, read your answers and correct any obvious errors, respond to any unfinished questions in note form, showing you would have addressed the particular issues if you had the time. This would gain you some valuable marks. Tips on responding to different question formats. Multiple choice questions. Multiple choice questions consist of a stem and a number of the options. The stem is usually a statement or a question, but may be numerical data, a graphic or a photograph that give rise to a number of follow-up questions and options. The options are usually 4 in number, and the correct option may complete a statement. Answer the question in the end result of manipulating the data. Multiple choice questions should be taken. Cover up the options and read the entire questions carefully. Take note of the key terms. Formulate the answer to the questions before reading the options. Your first thought is usually correct, so avoid attempting to change your answer unless you are absolutely certain about the correction. Look at your choice of the list of options and make sure and read all the questions, since a well-crafted multiple choice question presents false options that are close to the correct one. Pay attention to the possible link between stem and various options. Sometimes a particular option does not appear well connected to the stem. If one of the options is all of the above, it may not always be correct. If you are sure 2 or 3 of the other options are correct, then all of the above and is a distinct possibility. Ignore the assumption that if you are not sure the C option, do not pay attention to how many A, B, C's, etc. you have already selected. Decide whether to change your answer based on your knowledge. Always choose your best answer. If you are not sure about the answer, cross out the options that you know are definitely wrong. Mark the question with a question mark and return to it close to the end of the section of your examination paper.